What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I'm back with another video. Now, I think on Sunday or Saturday, I tweeted about the PS4 Pro and the lack of support, and I called it, well, in my opinion, I think it's a finesse console. Now, behind me, I own a PS4 Pro. Like, when I got my PlayStation, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get the Pro. Obviously, it's future-proof, blah, 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 4K option or somewhat 4K option, or dynamic 4K games and whatnot. So, but one thing, you know, being all lost up and trapped up in like all these Scorpio news and Scorpio specs, knowing what the Scorpio is going to do and whatnot, I lost focus of what the PS4 Pro actually does and what supports it. And this kind of worries me about the Scorpio, even though we have confirmation that a lot of the stuff that the PlayStation 4 Pro is trying to do on selective games level, the Scorpio will do at console level by itself before a patch. And my biggest gripe with the PlayStation 4 Pro, now I don't even treat it like an upgraded console. It's just a regular PlayStation to me because the lack of support. There is no support. Absolutely no support. And the reason why it became apparent to me is because I was watching Digital Foundry's they were doing their little tests on the Gran Turismo Sport running on PlayStation 4 Pro. And yes, it's a 1800p checkerboarded and whatnot. It's somewhat 60 depending on how many cars is on the map. Right now it's somewhere running between 50 and 60 frames per second. However, if you're playing on a regular TV, it's a regular 1080p game. It doesn't support like that super sampling where the image quality gets better even if you're not on a 4K TV. And so that kind of raised an eyebrow for me. And then just recently, Prey just came out last week. Brand new game. Obviously, the PlayStation 4 Pro came out in November. Developers had pro dev kits back in I want to say March, maybe March of 2016, not of 2017, March of 2016. So there's been more than enough time to, like, you know, get these games running. I can understand old games not being patched, but new games coming out, you would think they would be able to support it. And Prey does not support Pro whatsoever. It's just a regular PlayStation game. It runs at identical frame rates, identical resolution as the PlayStation 4 version. And I think with the update, the PlayStation update, I think it's 4.5 or 4.55, I believe, where they included boost mode, whereas games that aren't patched, they kind of just get the natural improvements, whether it be improved frame rates or I think better visual quality. If you turn on boost mode playing Prey, there's no improvement at all, even though Prey on the box art is advertised as a Pro enhanced PlayStation 4 game, and it's not at all. So there's absolutely no support for a brand new game running on a relatively new console. And that's shaky. That is very shaky. As a matter of fact, the list that you're seeing behind me here is a list of all the PlayStation 4 Pro enhanced games. In 6 months, this is all they have to show for it. All they have to show. That is not acceptable. PlayStation 4 Pro was not worth the upgrade. Now, it was worth it to me because I didn't upgrade my PlayStation. I just bought a PlayStation. I just bought the more expensive one. Why? I had a 4K TV and I thought that there would be a lot of dynamic 4K on the content that they provide. But apparently this is all they have to show, and that's kind of shaky. We can expect always improvements from like their first party games, obviously, and it looks like whatever game they have a marketing deal with, they might get support to as well. As you can see, Call of Duty's on that list and whatnot. But remember, games like The Last Guardian and I think Final Fantasy, when they were running on the Pro, they actually ran worse than what they were doing on the vanilla. And I don't know if they've received like proper updates to fix that, but this is really concerning. And I feel like the PS4 Pro is, one, it's a finesse console, and that it wasn't really ready. Because it wasn't really ready to do, because look what they have to do. You have to turn on boost mode, and maybe a game will take advantage of it. It's like all by guessing. All right, which game supports boost mode? Or and then the way developers, you know what's crazy? I said this when we were touting it as the Neo, and we didn't know what Project Scorpio was going to be called. Remember that video with me on the rooftop with the red shirt talking about why, even before I knew what Scorpio was going to do, it would be better to develop for versus the Pro, because they kind of have to go back and do work, whereas the Scorpio, they don't really. So that's a big fucking deal, and we're starting to see it now. Now we know, you know how when boost mode was implemented, oh wow, it's gonna do this, so we won't have to worry about the games without a patch. And you know how when Aaron Greenberg said, somebody asked him, oh, will Scorpio have boost mode? He was like, boost mode? The whole console's a boost mode. And that's because before a developer even touches any of their old games, say if a developer's like, all right, nah, we're gonna leave that alone. Whatever targeted resolution and frame rate the game was supposed to be, and it couldn't get because it was stuck at 900p and 27 frames per second or 47 frames per second on the Xbox One or some shit like that, it's going to hit its solid 60 or its solid 30, and it's going to get, if it was dynamic, it's going to get its proper 1080 without patching, without that. It's just going to do that by itself. Now, visual quality enhancements and ranking it up and making the stuff perform better, adding particles here and there, that obviously that's going to be done on the developer side. But the games that hasn't been touched, or they're not daring to touch, will automatically get its improvement just by running on a Scorpio. On a PlayStation 4 Pro, you have to toggle on and off boost mode, and sometimes boost mode makes some of your games, actually can crash your system if the game doesn't support it, or if it's trying to do too much, or some games don't even support it at all. And these are the games listed that support PS4 Pro right now, and it's not impressive at all. The best looking games running on a PlayStation 4 Pro obviously is Horizon Zero Dawn. Looks beautiful, but it also looks beautiful without HDR and its PS4 Pro enhancement, but it does look even better with it. I think The Last of Us remastered, obviously, but I mean, damn, it's an old game by now. You got what else game that I saw running Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider and Horizon Zero Dawn are honestly the best examples of what the Pro can do, while everything else is mere touch-ups and barely noticeable differences, while the rest of the 1,000+ PlayStation 4 library doesn't support it. It's just a regular game. There's no improvement at all. So for those predicting a price drop on the PlayStation 4 Pro, no brainer. It has to happen. It has to happen because it does nothing for you. It absolutely has no value over the PlayStation 4 Slim or the Vanilla. And people were coming at me because I was tweeting like, yo, the PlayStation 4 Pro is a finesse console, dude. It's like, it does have no support. And people were coming at me, and now there's an article up admitting it. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Are you happy with your upgraded console, or do you think this console can do more? Me personally, I think it can do more, but right now, whatever, I'm just waiting for Scorpio. Right now, this PlayStation 4 Pro, just like a PlayStation console, you know what I mean? If the game's going to look better, it's going to look better. If not, it's going to run. So I guess all that matters. So that's all I got for you guys. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good afternoon. No, damn, it's not even afternoon. Good morning or good night if you're on the other side of the globe. That's not how I say it, but somebody said, why are you saying good night if it's morning there? I was like, because it's probably nighttime to somebody that's watching, and it will be morning time on my side. You get it. Peace.